Hello, everybody. Hope everybody had a good holiday weekend here in the U.S. This is the second of the long messages from Saturday. Uh, Explanation of it. Resounding joy, so forlorn. Mountains of mist, man does scorn. Beauty resides most in hidden places, where do stand amongst no faces. Trees of green, water flowing, time passes by without knowing. We're talking about the joy of God. It's forlorn because it's not enjoyed. All the gifts of God, mountains, which man scorns, exploits, destroys, ignores, the beauty hidden in most places. We don't even look in plain sight. What you do stand amongst no faces. There's no people around, no faces around. The trees, the water. Time passes by without even knowing. We're so busy observing the chaos of the world and the busyness of life, we miss out on his joy. To hear what's said must close off sound. Glory of heaven falls to the ground constantly. Waves of music, crescendo of joy, washes over me. All God does employ. Everything of God just washes over me, washes over all of us. Just let it. Savior of man, too, shall bow down. Angels of light, purest gown. Behold the mystery. So, again, Jesus said he would bow down as well. Angels of light, presiding all around, of purest gown, purest form. Behold the mystery of God's creation. Open the door inside you in celebration. Walls to crumble, resounding praise. Walls of Jericho, again, we're built inside, will crumble then. Resounding praise, praising all of heaven, praising our return, our letting go, our surrendering to God. 'Tis the season of man's final days. Again, the resounding praise, because God's glory is coming to bring an end to things. So all of heaven is preparing for it, the bridal feast. Purest gold has no luster. Nothing of man can he muster, can he make, to compare to heavenly realm. Nothing. I, by the Father, beside the Father, at the helm. I, given authority by the Father, is at the helm, is at control, is at the head. Rocky spires unto the sky, all you see with naked eye. Aeries of angels lie beyond sight. Rainbow of colors, oh so bright. Again, we're seeing this only with the naked eye. We're missing all this stuff. Rome had its day, led many astray. By Rome, speaking twofold. One, Rome, the civilization, had its day. And Rome, the church, had its day. Led many astray in both situations. Go or stay, what you go to choose to go light or choose to stay, fall where you lay. You stay. Pass by unnoticed faces of clown, and that's evil, full of a story, self-made renown. So all these with faces of clown, false faces, false priests, false prophets, false preachers, priests, all of them. They pass by unnoticed. Everybody passes by them. Don't even notice their reality. They're full of a story. They're self-made renown. They make themselves famous. They think themselves self-righteous. They're not. He's asking you, do you not see? Do you not hear? The voices of loved ones whisper in your ear, constantly, trying to help you. Let go, turn to the light, turn away from that darkness, that falseness. Telling of the glory and beauty of heaven. Yet you all still follow the seven, the fallen seven. I stood amongst the masses, Jesus, watching the horror as it passes. Denial of all that's good in the world. So many lost, their colors all swirled. Again, your soul colors. all distorted. Rainbow shows the colors of soul. Interesting. Look within, be made whole. I too had doubts. I know their taint. So he's telling us, or again, he's here human form to understand what it's fully what it's like to be human. I too had doubts. I know their taint. Call on me for inner restraint. He's told us many times. Human failings fall by the side, then. One of the reasons I suffered and died. To clean the slate, to take all that away from us, to free us from slavery of sin. Joyous abodes wait for all, only need to heed my call. Take my hand, trust my sight, to see the future beginning bright. In other words, don't you try to see it. It's his domain, that he knows what's up there. Take his hand and let him guide you to it. Lead you from the coming night, when what is wrong shall outnumber what's right. It's coming. Today, upon this mark in time, so at the moment I received this message, I have shared much through scribe of rhyme, which is me, pages of words with deeper meaning. Ask for discernment. Again, he's telling you, like the last one. Receive higher gleaning. Receive a higher understanding. Ask, and you shall receive. Don't waste time asking for foolish things. Receive higher gleaning. Depart thy ways with things of life. Release in stages, hence the strife. So do it a little bit at a time. Start with one item each day or each week. Start, and it'll pick up the pace. And you'll want to get rid of more and more. It'll get easier and easier. Just start with something small and simple. Just keep at it and keep at it. And internally as well. Release in stages, hence the strife, shall dwindle in measure with increase of inner peace, and thus decrease darkness's hold on thy spirit. So release it in stages, the things of this life. And hence the strife within and in your life shall dwindle in proportion with the increase of your inner peace. So the more you let go, the freer you feel, and that's what I experienced totally, and still do. It'll increase your inner peace and your freedom, and thus decrease darkness's hold on thy spirit, to have nothing but less and less try to hold on to you. Awaken awareness when you are near it. Discernment of wisdom, knowledge, and truth shall give better view of the veil of Ruth. I pass by each and every soul, without you knowing, as I dole out my grace upon the earth, preparing the way for its rebirth. So he's passing by. Again, Jesus is here. He's been here. Unseen to our eyes, he's not revealed himself to us, to the world yet. I pass by each and every soul. He's passed by you. And all those in spirit form, without their knowing it, as he doles out or hands out or gives out his grace upon the earth, preparing the way for its rebirth. Angels and demons, battleground, all going on, unseen to our eyes, been going on. So much goes on without a sound. Leaders and pundits spew forth lies. So the leaders and those speakers and preachers and politicians and so forth that spew forth, speak all this kind of falseness out in the world. Leaders and pundits spew forth their lies, keeping the truth from the people's eyes. Look at the media. Look at the leaders and the politicians and the rich and the wealthy and the powerful. Wealth and corruption always have been tools of trade so darkness can win. Recompense granted, not in coin. Your reward is not granted in coin. You can't pay back Lord in coin. Everything's his anyways. You don't need coin. All you possess, they shall purloin. Would take from you. We're going to take it from you. Humble and meek, simplest in nature, shall attain the higher stature. So don't try to build yourself out and get wealthier and wealthier and more famous. You need to be humbling yourself. Humble yourself. You'll be uplifted. Quietly going about the day, these are the humble and meek, helping others along the way. These are the people you should be following, paying attention to. Samaritan stopped to lend a hand. Remember the story? Rest shall perish from the land. Remember, one of the people that passed by was a priest. rest shall perish from the land. Joy of joys awaits all those who seek the low road to eternal repose. And that's not your evangelists, televangelists, your book writers, your priests, your popes, and all that stuff. That's not them. The road to hell is paved with the bones of priests and religious. Joy of joys awaits all those who seek the low road to eternal repose, with the Father and his kingdom of light, forever safe from darkness of night. My story began long before man. Again, that's the Christ. Now Jesus is the human form, Jesus the Christ, the Christ essence, soul, entity, been around long before man. Only came according to plan. In the deepest recesses of human history lie the answers to all the mystery, to be revealed to those who seek. Be thee humble, be thee meek. Again, humble and meek. Purveyors of falsehood, those who spew forth the falsehood and promote the falsehood, the lies. Purveyors of falsehood, deceivers of the word, shall all fall to heaven's sword. Forged in light, 7 swords, forged in light by those I chose, not got a sword of light. All his who serve him, the servants who were sent to her, got swords of light, as do the angels. All of heaven's got swords of light to battle evil. Nothing can defend against it. For heaven's swords forged in light by those I chose, some of them my scribe knows, but some of them I know. Sent to light through hidden gates, some of them I sent to the light. One I know for sure was Pascal Jimenez, who was a blacksmith. So that one I remember. Each of them, again, he was told, now is your time, because the Lord has need of you. Each of them on preordained date, so pre-chosen, predetermined date. To the rivers blood shall flow, poison and refuse where'er you go. It's going to be ugly. In the mountains I'll send last of chosen, as he said before, those that remain, guiding those whose hearts are unfrozen. Angels hovering oh so near, guarding the gates, keeping all clear. These will be gates through which those believers flock, led by the chosen to the mountains, shall be taken up. All the rest, again, don't go to the cities. Open up and turn to the Lord. Leave everything behind. Guarding the gates, keeping all clear. Through the mists, empty of time. Again, time and space only exist here, in the physical world. Through the mists, empty of time, I pour forth my sacred rhyme, driving all darkness too long corrupted, driving it all away. Souls from passing, journey disrupted. So driving all darkness too long corrupted, the souls from passing, these are in the mists, and kept them imprisoned in hell. Journey disrupted. Their journey to light was disrupted. Healing light for those who mass, as my servants they do pass, massing at my gate. Touch my cloak, I did say, in physical form and spiritual form. Eduardo and that young group that were working for darkness touched his cloak and they were set free. Now they're still around waiting for their turn to go as they learn. Touch my cloak, I did say, to all those who'd lost their way. Children sought for, oh so pure. Evil seeks them, of this be sure. And people want to turn from God, like, how could God allow these innocent children to suffer? Everyone wants to blame God for stuff. First of all, again, I've said this before, Adam and Eve, whether it's the actual Adam and Eve, or symbolic man, first man and woman, whatever you want your perception is, your viewpoint is, we're given free will. We all were from the beginning. Free will. To do what they want, get what they want, go where they want. Except one thing. Do not eat of the tree of life. And they listened to the devil. They chose free will to listen to the devil. And they chose free will to go against what God said. That banished them for that. God took the Garden of Eden up, paradise up from God, from mankind, that gift, put him out into the world, made the physical world for him. And all the sin and corruption that polluted it since that time, which is what goes after the children, which causes all suffering in the world. That's evil, not God. Why does God allow it? Because we, man, made that choice. Again, don't blame God for the evil and the horrors in the world. Blame yourselves. Blame mankind. Blame the devil. Ultimately, the responsibility lies with mankind. Just like bad things that happen out in this world. We have a free will choice. Now, I think I've mentioned this before. It's going to irritate some people, especially women, about the women's right, the women that are being harassed and abused and whatnot in workplaces and so forth. But when it comes down to it, they had the choice to remain in that situation. Unless they were held down and forcibly molested or raped, they had a choice to remain or to go. They had a choice to file a complaint or to quit or not. But they remained for whatever reason, their career, to get ahead, promote, whatever. They still had a free will choice. I'm not saying that what was done to them, what was said to them was right. Absolutely not. They had a free will choice to say yes or no, stay or go. We all do. Somebody has a gun to your head. What's your children's head? Say, you do this, I'm going to pull the trigger. You still have a choice, yes or no. It still comes down to our choice. Does it make what they're doing, the other person doing, right? No. Again, no. We have total responsibility for it, for that choice, or partial responsibility for what happens because of that choice. Now, most people are going to say no. They're going to give in and do what the person wants them to do, knowing that it's wrong, but they want to save their loved one or themselves. It still comes down to a free will choice. So it's not God's fault. It's evil's fault, and it's our fault. Humans' fault. Plain and simple. God's not responsible for any of the evil and the bad in the world. So that's why does he allow it to happen? Again, we made that choice. He said, I got everything here you need, you'll ever want, and ever need. He tells us that in the Bible. Jesus tells us that. Get everything you need. Go out into the world. Get everything you need. Not everything you want, but we want it. And we go through life, we want things. That's our free will choice. And there are consequences that come with it. So it's not God's fault. Nothing bad is God's fault. Period. And so evil seeks the children because they're so pure. They go after the children. Jesus came here to save. He said, I came here to save the sinners. Sinners, not the righteous. They always have. The devil wants the righteous. And who's more righteous and more pure than small children? As close to purity to God as you can be. I mean, we're corrupted. Let's read Psalm 51. We're corrupted from conception because our body being formed from the nutrients and things from the earth, which is corrupted from the beginning of mankind, and through the mother who has corrupted body, corrupted thoughts, and so forth. And if she's taking in drugs and booze and smoking, corrupted even more. So we're formed in corruption immediately after conception, and it just goes downhill from there. But parents are accountable, as he said here. Parents, teach them as 'tis your purpose. Until they can start to think for themselves and then become adults and have influence by peers in school, you're responsible 100% for forming that foundation in spirit, in mind, in body, in soul. You, nobody else. Parents teach as 'tis your purpose. Evil hides beneath the surface, waiting for that entranceway, that crack in the protection you're supposed to be giving them. Evil hides beneath the surface of those who pass by each day. Rebuke and banish, or they will stay. Again, cleansing your physical home and your temple, your internal home. You have to do that. Rebuke and banish once a day, 10 times a day, 1,000 times, a million times a day if you have to. Again, if you ask for that discernment of darkness when its presence and all its influences and manipulations, as soon as you're aware of it, rebuke and banish. In the name and blood of Jesus Christ, blood of the Lamb. You have to do it. Evil hides beneath the surface, just waiting of those who pass by each day. It's everybody. Rebuke and banish, or they will stay. Choice is yours, choose it well. For those who fail them, deepest hell. So for those who fail, those choices, fail them, the choices, deepest hell awaits. Deepest hell awaits thy soul, eternal torment. Earth awakens, too long dormant. Look at the volcano in Hawaii. Other things going on. Lightning strikes in certain places. By my hand, amongst all races. As he said, remember last year, right after the eclipse, before all the catastrophes happened, he said, my angels begin to move water and stone. And then all hell broke loose. Now we got another eclipse, I believe, in August this year too, I think. I have to double check that. The next blood red moon is the end of July. Lightning strikes in certain places by my hand amongst all races. Brother, oh brother, sisters too, shall turn on each other, receive their due. Heavenly raiment, or heavenly colors, cloaks, robes, for those I sent, long ago from sacred tent, which would be me and many tens of thousands of others in this world. Journey ends, final moon, which is speaking of chosen ones. Journey ends, final moon, which is January. And there's other blood red moons ahead in the future. They'll signify something too, because remember, Revelation is going to be in stages. Second horseman arrives real soon. Again, he's mentioning this. Begins a phase ignited by night, when sun next loses its light. So that's the eclipse there. So it begins another phase. Be prepared, stay the course, for sooner than later arrives the third horse. So the second one's arriving after this next blood red moon. First one arrived last fall equinox. So I guess this third one's going to arrive even in a less shorter amount of time. But sooner than later arrives the third horse. And the next line, fourth horseman, 4 horses, completes the peaceful content. Completes the peaceful phase. You think things aren't peaceful now? That completes the peaceful content. But no longer shall I prevent. Because he's been delaying, trying to save more souls. No longer shall I prevent darkness's harvest of wicked men. Gates of hell are wide open. They were opened first blood red moon in January, end of January. So very important, these last 2 messages. Again, believe it, don't believe it. I don't care. I mean, I care in the sense what everybody gets like, but I don't care in the sense that I have no control over what people think and do. Totally on you. We're all responsible. All responsible for ourselves. So I pray that you all make the right choices, that you heed these words, and you believe in these words. Specific dates and times, they're not going to be given. These people out there, they over the years, have given specific dates and times. That's for God to know. He ain't going to tell me. If he does tell me, I'll certainly share it, but he's not going to tell me. He's going to tell me my date and time, but I doubt he's going to give specific dates and times for stuff like this. I mean, he has with, okay, blood red moon, this is what is starting right now. That's when it's suddenly upon. Just like he does when he tells me to go someplace. It's like days ahead. Tim, go. Hit the road. That's what I do. So be prepared. You have to be prepared. Be ready. Start letting go of things, physical things, emotional things. Love your loved ones, but be able to let go of them in case it's your time, or in case their time. Be able to let them go. Pray for them. Pray for yourself. Focus on yourself. Because each is responsible for getting them to make the right choice and going to the light. Me and many tens of thousands chosen, gifted in spirit and physical form, we're responsible for helping to save others. But we're not dragging you away. God's not going to drag you away. It's up to you. You have to choose. You have to choose. So, hope this explained it. I hope it sunk in. And because I want to see everybody. I want to see everybody's reading this blog. I want to meet you all. When we get to heaven, I want to meet you all. Say, hey, I read your blog, and it saved me. Awesome. That brings such joy to my heart. I got so many waiting for me in heaven. I got so many I'm going to get to meet. All those I hope get to life. And that's just from this life. By tons of thousands and thousands of lives I've had. As he said, I've never grown old. So, that's a lot of lives. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. I'm looking forward to going with Michael and Gabriel and all others massing down into the deepest part of hell to save the others down there that don't belong there. I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm psyched. Let's go. Let's do it. But I want to see you all there. I want to see you all there someday. Meet you all. Hear your stories. Awesome. And together we can hear God's story. God bless. Peace of Christ.